Even though DeSo has all of these apps, right, they're actually all interconnected in the sense that when you make a post on one of the apps, like let's say you make a post on Diamond, it shows up in all the other apps. So it shows up in DeSoFi, it shows up in Pearl, in Story, in all these apps. And that's something that's kind of weird to people because today social media isn't about that. Social media is all about Instagram owning all their users and TikTok owning all their users. They don't share, right? And so that means that your following that you built on TikTok, it doesn't get to people on Instagram, right? It doesn't get to people on Twitter. But that's not true with DeSo, right? DeSo is on a blockchain, which is open, right? And so when you create a following on DeSo, it shows up in all of these apps, boom, automatically, right? And so that's kind of what you're talking about. And so when you make a post on any one app, it does end up getting reach all over the ecosystem everywhere, right? But the cool thing about it is each developer of an app has their own way of showing the content, their own way of kind of highlighting it or maybe emphasizing it. So for example, you mentioned Pearl. Pearl is actually more like Instagram in that they're very image focused, right? They're very like picture focused. So if you make a text only post, Pearl's probably not going to show it very prominently, right? But the way they would show for an image, right? And so you'll still get, people on Pearl who see your content, right? But in a different way, it'll be shown. In a different way, it'll show up. And the same with all the other apps that you mentioned. NFTZ is all about NFTs. So if you don't turn your post into an NFT, by the way, you can turn posts into NFTs on DeSo, which is really cool. If you don't turn your post into an NFT, you're not going to show up in NFTZ because that's not what they're about. Right. So anyway, that's kind of how it works.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I like it because, Shane and